Welcome back to the Screensavers. By the way, Mike never to be found. He's gone. He's disappeared. He's out of the studio. I don't think we're ever going to hear from him again.
I doubt that.
I'm Leo Laporte. Yeah, we probably will.
And I'm Patrick Norton. Thank you for joining us, folks. Coming up in this amazing half hour, I'm anxious to find out if Kat's online dating was a success. We're all going to find out in a little bit. And then Chris Kosak shows us 5 sites to help you serenade your Valentine.
Valentine's music.
Yeah.
But right now, let's check over with the fine folks at TechLive. See what's coming up tonight. Our favorite Michaela Pereira is here.
That's an elite group of Michaela Pereiras. I'm the favorite one, am I?
You're the favorite. Of all the Michaelas, there's no one better than you, Michaela.
May I be probably about the 100th person to wish you a happy Valentine's Day, gentlemen?
Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you very much.
You already wished me happy Valentine's Day where we were
I did in the
changing
makeup room,
in
that's
the makeup
right.
room. But
Well, today, of course, will be the same.
I
What's
should
that?
have said that.
I didn't hear that last part.
Never mind.
Michaela, tell us about TechLive, quickly.
Okay, quickly, here we go. Today wouldn't be the same, guys, of course, without chocolate. A little chocolate, maybe a whole lot of chocolate. In fact, here in the world, we consume billions, and I say billions of pounds of chocolate every year. I'm sure I'm responsible for at least 1 million pounds of that. Tonight we're going to check out the technology behind the making of chocolate. A combination of tradition, art, and science is the key to making the succulent treat. Many chocolate companies fiercely guard their recipes as well as their factories from prying eyes. We were able to go behind the scenes of a few manufacturers, and we're going to show you what we learned and check out this new development for nearly 2 decades. Honda is now showing off its Asimo robot at 4 feet tall. Check that thing out. It weighs about 100 pounds. Asimo uses gyroscopes, sensors, and computing power to mimic a person's natural mobility. That is just unbelievable. We're going to take a closer look.
There's not a man in there?
Tonight. There's not a man in there. I know.
Wow,
Isn't
that looks
amazing?
so real.
It's all tonight, TechLive, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, and then you can go out and do your Valentine's Day plans. But you have to watch the show first.
That's what they said when I was in the makeup room.
What was that?
Is there a man in there? Thank you, Michaela Pereira, our favorite Michaela Pereira.
And happy Valentine's Day again.
That's what's coming up on TechLive, ladies and gentlemen.
Yesterday we asked you, are you being tracked online?
Lots of people think they are.
You're more paranoid than I am. 80% of you said yes. A mere 20% of you think you're safe.
So at the beginning of the show, we talked to Commander Taco of Slashdot, Rob, and his fiancée, Kathleen. They got engaged online on the website. He proposed this morning. She said yes within 15 minutes. Pretty romantic stuff. And actually, you know, it didn't seem romantic until we talked to them, and it really was quite romantic.
Well, I think you have to be in on the Slashdot scene to think it's romantic.
So that's, I guess, the question. The new geek form of proposals. Which of these methods for proposing marriage would you say is acceptable? In your blog, if you have one, or Slashdot's basically a blog.
Email's a classic.
In a chat room.
Or instant message.
Bling! Would you marry me? Or my favorite, via tattoo. It's one of those proposals you can't really take back. Go to thescreensavers.com and cast your vote. On the line from Cortland, Kansas, it's Daniel. Hey, Daniel, welcome to the Screensavers.
Hey, Leo.
Yes, sir. What can we do for you?
Yeah, look, I'm an artist, and my tool of choice is an airbrush, and I've started to do some illustration.
Oh, neat.
And traditional illustrating with airbrush is really unforgiving, so I wanted to do some graphics on my computer.
Yes.
And eventually I want to animate these graphics, and I just want to know the difference between Photoshop and Illustrator.
I mean, by the way, both tools are used by animators and illustrators all the time. Neither one animates, but both can be brought into Flash or an animation program.
You might use them to create the images that you later on animate.
The 2D images that you're later going to work on. Photoshop, I've always thought of as a photo retouching tool, or a tool for manipulating existing images. But lots of people use it to draw.
It's one of those things where it's kind of like Word. People are comfortable with Photoshop, so they use it for everything, including a lot of stuff it's not designed for. It's got an airbrush tool. I'll draw text and I'll lay out. I've seen people who actually do page layout in Photoshop.
Yeah, it's such a powerful program. Right. Illustrator is, now you probably know better than I, but it's Bezier curve oriented, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's line oriented, which means it's tricky to use. It's used very often for graphics design. It really lends itself well to graphics design. I'm going to throw a third program in there, kind of a wild card. Have you ever heard of a program called Painter?
I've got Painter Classic when I bought a Wacom tablet.
Right, it came with that.
Right.
Now, it has an airbrush tool. The whole idea of Painter is it's trying to give you a paint program that is like real media. They have watercolors, they have oil-based paints, they have charcoal, they have pastels, and they have an airbrush, and they design it to be as much like the real thing as possible. Obviously not tactily, not physically, because you're using a tablet, but on the page. And you can use textured pages like that. You would have a cold press or a hot press page, and you could put real media on there. And I know a lot of artists like Painter because it gives you the most realistic experience. So for me, you could use any of these programs. Here's Illustrator 10 from Adobe.
And actually, one thing I want to say is Illustrator 10, you can actually download I believe you can still download a trial version of it. Download it, try it, play with it. One of the things is...
Gives you a chance to see what
Exactly. And it's just like you got different airbrushes or different, I can never think of the nozzles they put on an airbrush.
Right.
A lot of people use different tools, play around with the tools, try all the free downloads you can, see what works for you.
This is basically line-oriented vector. We're talking about vectors versus bitmaps. That's how Illustrator is. Bitmaps more for Photoshop. For real media painting, Painter. In all three cases, you can then import the 2D images you created into an animation program, and that could be, there's a whole bunch of them, everything from Flash. We like Flash, but anything from Flash to Final Cut to Premiere, even to 3D animation programs like Maya. All of those can take those 2D images and then bring them to life.
Yeah, but definitely download every free version of everything you can, try them all, see what you like. You're an artist, be creative.
And send us some of your pictures. We'd love to see them. We'll put them up on the refrigerator.
Just don't
like
Photoshop our heads.
The kids. I like it when they do that.
Let's check in with Kat and see if her date was it a success?
I mean, she had a date?
She had a date.
She had a date?
Uh-oh.
What happened?
Well, you'll see in a minute.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I didn't have a Valentine's Day. I didn't have a Valentine this year. I know. So I decided to search the web and check out some different dating sites to see what I could come up with. And the one I decided to use was Matchmaker.com. There's a lot, but...
Matchmaker's it's like 42 million people.
Yeah.
Seems to be
That's a good ratio, right? Hopefully I can find someone I like.
And 21 million of them are men.
What I like about this is that it sets up your own mailbox right on the service, and you can have people write you.
You don't have to give up your real email address.
Exactly, which is what I found with some of the other ones.
That's a little scary.
Yeah, I think so. And then what you do is you get a 20-day free trial membership. Here's my little...
Look at that picture.
I know, right? It's funny because a lot of people, I'm sure, put fake pictures, so you have to be careful what you get into. But, I mean, look at how many different areas you can choose from. Tons of people. Really great service. I highly recommend it. So, you want to check out my date?
Let's see the date.
All right, let's roll that package.
You videotaped it?
Yeah, yeah.
So
we took
cool.
a camera. So I've been on Matchmaker.com a couple of days now. I've had some interesting prospects, but I think I found the guy that I want to go out with. We're going to go out tomorrow night. Hi. How are you?
I'm Alan.
I'm Kat. Nice to meet you.
I didn't have a chance to go and get flowers, so...
Aw. Oh, dinosaurs. That's so nice. He just went to the bathroom. He's really nice.
I like seeing these sparks coming out of him. Catches on fire. Greatest thing ever.
So, do you want to go play some video games?
Yeah, I want to play some video games. Out tonight. Could have been anything, having a good time, got a whole bunch of video games, Cat's really cool. I'm having a good time tonight. I'm glad I came.
This is actually, he gave me little dinosaurs that you put in water and they grow. So I put it in the glass head.
So that's the...
Yeah, so Alan was really nice. It was great. I highly, that's my friend who I met there. Friend. Yeah, it was great.
So you're not getting married yet?
No, not
Will
getting
there
married.
be another date?
I'm not sure about that yet. I don't know. I've met a couple of people who I think are interesting. I'm kind of done with it for right now, especially just because I showed my profile, and I don't.
And now everyone's going to be emailing.
But,
well, how did you feel about it? Was it a little funky, awkward?
It was weird because there was a camera there, but
as if the first date couldn't be a heinous and mind-rending experience enough. Yours was videotaped.
Yeah, I felt bad for him, but he was cool, and it's strange, but as long as you meet in a nice place, there's a lot of people around, public, you know.
Did you bring Mace?
No.
Oh.
I brought Megan.
Much more effective than Mace in public environments.
Yes. Yep, there she is. All right. So, anyways, thanks to my date, Alan, and I just love more of your side of the night suggestions. Send them to me, kat@techtv.com, and check out the slideshow on the website. There's pictures of Megan took. They're great.
Woohoo! Megan, do you have anything new on screen?
Besides those pictures of her date, it was really fun. I was a great chaperone. I wanted to also thank Richard, who got me this little Frodo statue. If you've been watching the show, you know that my Frodo that I had is all broken in pieces. He has no legs. And so thank you, Richard. And also I wanted to show this picture. Speaking of Valentine's Day and love and babies, Nick, who's a big fan, he sent me his the ultrasound, and he has twins, and there they are.
Wow.
So, and if you want to get married on the screensaver, send an email to Megan@techtv.com, and I'll arrange it.
Ladies and gentlemen, marriages, unborn children, ultrasound. Up next, Chris goes up and stops it all. She's got some advice for wooing your loved one with a little online music.